cleavage.
Love John. Love John.
I love my woman's cleavage. Oh,
Mental note to give John a bigger Christmas present.
I think you should have done it in the. You should have been wearing your nurse costume. You should do that next week.
Next week.
Next
yes,
week,
next
she
week.
had super cleavage.
Yes.
Super
cleavage.
Yes.
Super
We need
cleavage.
to hashtag
Yes,
that.
you see how you where you're coming from in the chat, so we know who's coming from where. We are broadcasting live on YouTube and finally Facebook. Now it's back on, and we're going to be talking about different adventures and answering your questions. So if you have any relationship questions, put them in. Yay!
Welcome for the intro music. There we go.
Date Night with the Lunas. It is October, my birthday month. It's also Kinktober. And we're broadcasting live on BFAM 109.6. And according to Facebook, it's live, YouTube, and SDC, of course.
I just want to play with my speculum.
He wants to play medical
Facebook.
play.
I've been dying. I haven't played medical play in a while. I need to play with my medical play.
Yes.
And I have many
Any
people.
volunteers from SDC?
Yeah. I have many people that I need to go ahead and use this on. It actually is quite well. It's actually, I don't know, I kind of sit here like, dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
It's better than my duck one. My duck one is hysterical.
His duck one.
King Crate gave me this one.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, wah, wah.
Quack, quack.
It's
quack,
not.
quack.
It gets jammed.
Yeah, it's jammed.
This isn't the best one.
Always use lube with all toys every time. Don't try to do it. But we'd like to thank our sponsor, Fairvilla University. They strive to provide a judgment-free learning experience when every student has the opportunity to learn about sexual health and wellness.
And guess what we're teaching on them?
Yes, medical play.
Medical play. We got a class coming up at the end of the month.
So go to fairvilla.com/educations to sign up for the class. It's supposed to be the 21st, I think.
I think it's coming up.
It's coming up on the 21st.
Coming up. We got to run through of it tomorrow.
We have a run through tomorrow, so that's why. So really not much to say about this weekend.
This weekend we actually stood in.
We stayed home.
I stood in.
And yeah.
Cleaned.
No, we didn't clean. The house still looks like that. Always looking for a submissive slave that would help us clean the house.
Yes, I'm going to quote a bad 70s movie. We're looking for an info who likes to cook and clean.
Oh, God.
Aren't we all, though, right?
I'm preferring just clean at this point because that's something we can't have too often. So, yeah, because Friday I did a charity event. I love it. Facebook was down, Instagram, and also WhatsApp. So it's been a trying day to try to do any business. But we've been broadcasting live, so that's a good thing.
I have absolutely no problem with Facebook being down. I think they deserve it. I hope it wasn't intentional. I hope they get into a lot of shit for the stuff they've been doing. I mean, I'm sorry, fuck Zuckerberg. I don't know. You can go ahead and do as much violence as you want, but God forbid you show sex. Like there's a group in New England that is a gardening group, and they got banned for saying the word
no. Okay, they were upstate New York.
Close enough.
So, but there was you got confused, but an English town in England, UK, United Kingdom, there's a town that has the name Ho in it, and they can't even promote their tourism at all because of their name.
Because Facebook bans anything with the word ho.
Ho, yeah, and it's HOE, not HO. What's the other ho?
Bitch ho.
So, I don't know. I just want to be a hoe. So.
Well. I love you, sweetie. You have achieved it.
Yes.
But you are my hoe.
Yes,
I love you for that.
Yes, I do. But still, it's like some of our clients too, in regards to that. But nothing major to report. Other than my birthday's next week. Hello. I can't even pronounce that. Ogandale. That's like, because next week's my birthday. I was supposed to go to the Immerse Van Gogh over at the convention center. They canceled that. Technically rescheduled, but I'm trying to figure that shit out.
You know, this is like the first weekend in months that we haven't been at either a swing club, a sex conference, an orgy of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting just being home alone. Sure, go ahead and ask a question. We'd love questions.
Oh, totally, totally. SDC, ask away because we have really nothing other than talk about kink and John's medical play stuff.
I have lots of toys to explain.
He
I
has
love my
lots
speculums. I brought my.
lots of
Did I? Do I
toys.
still have my sounds?
I know.
Yes, I have my
his
sounds.
there.
Ooh, I have my jewelry
Yes.
too.
Tell your wife happy birthday on the 26th. So,
See,
what
people
is
always ask me
that?
what this is.
Yeah, what is that?
And I will hold it up.
That's over
Any
there.
idea of what that is?
What is that?
This is male jewelry. And I forget where I got this from.
I'm supposed to put that on your penis?
But it's sent. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, it goes on the penis like that. So this part actually goes in the penis, and then it grips on like this.
Not a butt plug. Not a butt plug. It's a
no,
penis
this
plug.
is not a butt plug. It's a penis plug.
plug.
But they're nice enough. They give you a little hole through it so you can pee through it. And no, I've never put this one in.
Yeah, because I'm looking at your hole, and I don't think it's big enough to do that.
I do sounding, but yeah, that's a little bit more than.
Yeah, no,
Someone gave that. No, one of our sponsors or something gave that to me.
Really?
And it was like one of those. Oh, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but no. Apparently, that goes in. This goes under your frenulum, and it just kind of hangs out there, and it is penis jewelry.
Yucky on your yum.
I have many others.
I know, but I'm just like, no. So see, I try my very best, and sometimes my poker face is not the world's greatest. Yeah, I agree. No thanks.
Nope, no thanks. Okay,
no thanks.
Let's go for different ones.
I like his penis where it's at. I sometimes. Well, I mean,
it's another one of the same formation.
Okay, that I could see.
It kind
of looks a little more, functional and more, more Angelique approved for the penis. But yeah.
Now you see this one I still haven't figured out yet.
I thought that's like a sounding.
Yes, but the thing is, it does go in and sound like that. But this curve's driving me nuts because it means you have to stay limp. It's because if you get hard, it's going to do that.
Maybe it is for those limp dicks that are having trouble.
Well, I'm thinking it's actually one of those. What do you call them?
What?
Like instead of a cock cage, if you put it on and you get hard, it's going to hurt. So you have to stay limp.
But how do you control being limp?
Think about baseball.
Baseball, really?
So, again, I've gotten these things. I haven't used them over the years. Someone finds out you're into sounding. All of a sudden, they're like, "Oh, I got something for you." This was the funny one. I feel like I should wear it as a keychain, and like if I get mugged, I could stab someone with it. But no, this is meant for stretching out your urethra.
Okay, thanks. Questions. Cool. How do more senior lifestyle folks keep it going? My wife, who is still the hottest, has lost interest. Is there a point where you just have to have that face to fact that it's over? Wow.
Oh,
okay. No. Hey, Holland. Missed you, Snooky 195. Good to see you. Hi, y'all. Haven't played since last year. Okay. So let's go with senior
start
sex.
with the question.
Senior sex, yes.
Me or you? You want to do it?
You go.
Okay. I'm going to say, first of all, you obviously need to have a talk. Hopefully she's there with you. And we need to figure out if it's a mental thing or a physical thing. Now, the reason I'm asking this is obviously in the 40s, and it can be as early. Honestly, menopause can hit some women in the 30s. I'm finding out.
Yeah, I know. Actually, one of our friends already turned 40 and hit menopause. I'm like, mortified.
And other women will hit it closer, if not in their 50s. Usually around 45, 46, I understand, is the average. Mm-hmm. I'm not a medical professional. I just ask a lot of questions to doctors. So,
but we do play one.
We do play one on the bed here, but we say we're not doctors.
Yeah, we're not. Legally, we can't say it.
Okay, so figure out if it's mental or it's physical.
Right.
Meaning, is it mental that she's bored of it? Maybe you've been swinging for a long time. Maybe it's just other interest. That obviously requires a lot more hands-on, literally, and finesse as far as getting her interested into that. If it's chemically, if it's biologically,
or physical, yeah,
you need to first see a doctor about it. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of doctors that go by what the insurance tells you. Mm-hmm. Like when I was low testosterone, they got my testosterone from 182 up to like 520 and said, oh, well, you should be fine. And I wasn't. Actually, at the current time, my testosterone's up towards a 1500 range, and now I'm fine. However, you need to find a doctor who's experienced in hormone treatments,
Mhm.
which is something new in the last 10 years.
Yep.
And you need to, again, some of the treatments are expensive, not all of them are. At least you should be able to get a visit to go ahead and starting to talk about and run some blood tests.
Mhm.
I mean, in all honesty, I had a blood test done. You had one too.
Yeah.
That it ran us around $250.
Yeah, close to 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, a normal blood test that I get that my insurance pays for with my MD returns about 9 different figures that the doctors read, kind of go over your health. The one they actually sent me to is they call it an advanced metabolic screening. It returned like 35 different numbers.
Hmm.
So it was a lot more detailed into that. So if you're having problems with the physical aspect of it, there are solutions. It may be testosterone. I do recommend seeing a doctor and not doing it yourself. I admit, way back when I did try testosterone on my own, and it's not something you want to do. I had disastrous, not the greatest results.
Okay, and that was for Victoria couple, and it's one of those, again, like we said, medical or mental, and it just have the conversation. No matter what, always continue to have a conversation. And there is a wonderful senior. What's Joan's last name?
Price.
Joan Price. Joan Price.
Look at that.
Look at Joan Price's material. She focuses on senior sex, like everything from erectile dysfunction, mental, physical. She even has a senior sex video. So definitely check her out. And her website is joanprice.com. So we are in full support of each other for sex educators and therapists and things like that to really help people out. So hopefully, Victoria couple, if you're still on there, that answered your question. Ungandale had a couple of questions. They haven't played since last year. And they're wondering how to get back in the lifestyle about, COVID.
Okay.
So all depends on where in the world you live. The reason I say that, because some places like Florida, it's the wild, wild west. DeSantis couldn't care shit, so we're able to go and do whatever it is. What are you doing? You're moving
I'm adjusting. Keep going.
The camera. But some events, some places were asking for vaccination cards to make sure everyone was vaccinated. So that way they were still allowed to play. They were just following the state law. So that was a non in New Orleans. Follow the guidelines of your state. See what works best for you. I know it kind of adds the additional question other than, hey, have you been tested for STDs and STIs? Now you have to say, have you been tested for COVID? Are you vaccinated? What's your views on it? It's just an extra precaution. I mean, we have been both vaccinated. We're both still active in the lifestyle here in Florida. That's why I said Florida, Wild Wild West. And we've played with other lifestyle couples and that we know that have been vaccinated too.
And what happened? We went out to Halloween Horror Nights, which is a theme park haunted house thing, and we came back with the flu. So it's going to be taking your own risk, unfortunately, and doing the best you can. As far as getting back into the lifestyle, obviously doing stuff online is the safest way to start off with, and then meeting at a hotel or meeting at one of your places and having that conversation about COVID and what they do for a living. Because, if
they work at a theme park, chances are they can get exposed. But I know a lot of the theme park employees have been masked up. I mean, I noticed that throughout Universal. But again, it was a miserable experience getting the flu. But it wasn't COVID, thank God. It was like this year, I've been tested so many times for COVID. I'm like, I think I better be immune at this point.
Okay, I know someone said something about their testosterone level. And I understand that Victoria couple is from Canada. And I don't know the healthcare system there. I just know that in America, it is very commercialized.
Yeah.
So the doctors that are doing it are doing specifically hormones and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
And they do, of course, at a premium because it's considered, it's not aesthetic, but it's not necessary.
It's kind of falls like kind of under plastic surgery.
Yeah.
It's under vanity, to tell you the truth, which kind of sucks because I think it is so well worth it, especially for low testosterone 350. What we would suggest is definitely check out a hormones and wellness doctor to see if that's the appropriate. Because like John, you were
Well,
at that.
okay. I want to talk about that. Technically, low testosterone is below 200.
Okay.
And I was at 182 in my 30s. So I had my low testosterone. I tried to treat it myself. I do not recommend it. I do not recommend injections, actually. And the reason is injections will cause mood swings. And unfortunately, yeah, you can become a real asshole because of it.
Well, just because with the injections, you get this huge spike and then you have this huge crash. Now, with the pellets that we're doing, it's a consistent flow and it goes with your blood, it releases with your blood flow. So if you're very active, then it releases more. If you're not, then it's hardly any release. So.
We're getting some really interesting ones we're ignoring.
Okay.
So, oh no. So I do
fine.
want to say that
Yeah.
the reason why they say below 200 though is testosterone affects your sex drive, but it also affects obviously
Muscle.
your muscle mass and your weight distribution. And they're starting to do research now that really low testosterone may be linked to because it is a muscle, your heart problems later in life. I know my insurance only paid for me to get up to like 520, 30, whatever it was.
Something like
And then they
that.
started actually not giving any more, which ended up being like one shot twice a month. And
not even that.
it was one shot twice a month.
Really? Okay.
2 shots a month total.
2 shot. Okay.
And it just wasn't enough for me. I understand that the way my doctor approaches it is everyone's different. If you want to check that out, go check out the Hormones and Wellness.
Yeah.
Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness.
Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness here, and they're our sponsor, but they've done miraculous things to us. I mean, I lost 35 pounds. You lost what, 20 pounds?
I'm down about 20 pounds,
20
but I'm also
pounds.
up muscle.
But yeah, you're up in muscle. But that's where our health has been better. I'm training for a marathon. I have about 33 days until I run the Disney half marathon. With the Disney villains over Epcot Wine and Dine. So any of you runners out there, hit me up and let's run. Let's get there. I'm trying to get back, but I left like what do you call it? I was 2 weeks off, and today I
2 weeks off. We had the flu.
Okay, well, no, because we did the 1 week with the pellets, and so when we have our pellets, we can't run. We can't do any exercise. Can't run, but we learned we could fuck. So that was a good thing because the doctor kind of looked at us stupid because we've been doing this for 3 years. And we just realized after 3 years that, yes, we can have sex. We just cannot do exercise. Well, we thought exercise includes sex. So, yeah, we just figured that out. And then the following week, we got sick. And so I couldn't work out at all. And it was just like, oh.
And we're doing our best to make up for all that fucking these last few days.
Yeah, and not to mention trying to catch up because I was supposed to do an 11-mile run last week. Now I have to try to figure this out. Oh, North Carolina. Yes, Florida was the Wild Wild West. Yes, it is. Florida is totally the Wild Wild West. But
they actually have a radio show segment that says, did it happen in Florida or not? And they'll bring up really crazy ass shit things. And pretty much the crazy ass shit that you're like, no, there's no way someone would do that. Yes, they did it. And yes, it was in Florida.
It's very rare, extremely rare when stuff does not happen in Florida. And we're shocked when it does. And we're like, really? That story sounds like it should have happened in Florida. So yeah, that's a lot of the local news that we do here in Orlando. It's like, in Florida or not.
So we're starting to get some regulars. Go ahead and friend us.
Yes.
Definitely keep in touch. Drop us an email. Drop us questions. Let's see. Do we have anything from the show over here? Because we are simulcasting.
Yeah, simulcasting. No, nobody major. It's like, yeah, someone just said they went to the sex club this weekend. I'm like, how many sex clubs did this person went to?
Yeah, we know that person.
2 sex clubs. So, yeah.
But that does bring up an interesting point.
Yes.
We were actually brought up with a question. We want to get other people's opinion on it.
Totally.
So a unicorn, a single woman.
Oh yes, we're talking about triads.
Invited to a club, or was going to a club, and a couple said, "Hey, you can ride with us if you want." They went out to this club. Now, this single woman did go ahead and hook up with at least one single guy during that. Now, apparently,
Okay, but you forgot the
Did I forget?
backstory.
Do the
That
backstory.
they went out 2 consecutive days, Friday and Saturday, the 3 of them.
To either two house parties.
2 house parties. So 2 house parties. So the first house party, actually, the entitled couple, that's how I'm going to address it, were running the event. So it was their house party. They were the hosts. They were entertaining, So the little unicorn was off, fluttering around, spreading the rainbows and, whatever else unicorns spread. And so then the next day, on Saturday, the unicorn went with the entitled couple to another party. And that's where John was picking up the story.
Please continue. You're doing so good.
I'm doing so good with the.
I would use the entitled couple. We'll just say the couple.
I like entitled because of the situation.
Go for it then.
It's like, okay, what? So what are benefits of being your slave? Wrong question.
It's Jeopardy time.
Yes,
Continue.
Jeopardy kind of deal. So they went to this play party or club, whatever you want to call it, and the entitled couple were watching the unicorn have sex with another person. But then they turned tables on her, on the unicorn. So, instead of like, hey, that was great, let's have fun, they got upset. They were upset that she played with somebody else. But yet the female of the couple encouraged the unicorn to go and, pollen her, whatever she does, what unicorns do,
It just seems like a lot of confusion to me.
It was a lot of confusion, honestly. And so what's your thoughts on that?
So my questions were always, well, what was discussed beforehand? Were you just getting a ride? Or were you there as their third to hang out with them? And if nothing was discussed ahead of time, it's a ride. It's a free-for-all. It's like taking a ride to a party.
Right.
Anyway.
So STC, question, answers, things. How would you handle that situation? Would you have negotiated with the unicorn and say, hey, these are the expectations of what we expect to happen tonight, that you only play with us? Or are you allowed to go play with somebody else and then us watch? What is it? I mean, we had our comments. That's why I was starting to say they were an entitled couple, because they just thought they owned the unicorn, and the unicorn's like, hell no, I run wild with my hair free and flowing.
Well, that's why you call it entitled. I just call it confusion. Because if I invite someone over and I'm like, okay, the 3 of us are hanging out, and then someone goes away and I had the expectation that we're hanging out, I'm like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. I know what it's like sometimes to get, go to a party and then all of a sudden, boom, they're gone.
We would do our thing, since all of ours having fun and comfortable, fine by us. Right, sure. Exactly. That's what should have been, And it's not so much that they got upset and they didn't want to play with her after she played with somebody else. I was like, really?
Yeah. When drama starts, things get complicated. Yes. I have found out.
We're out in a minute, and what? The minute it starts. Oh, yeah, totally. I am totally anti-drama. Completely.
There is more drama in the lifestyle than there is in middle school. This is, it does get a little ridiculous.
High school. It gets so ridiculous. That's why we kind of stepped out of the lifestyle in 2013, 2014, because we got hit with major, major high school drama.
That's true too.
Yeah, because we officially came out both together as bi, so bi guy, bi girl. We got met with so much hate mail, to say the least.
Again, this is going back 8 years. Things have changed a bit.
A lot. Things have changed a lot. We've seen how the acceptance of bi couples are.
But
it was the thing that I hated about the high school drama was that we played with these couples, 2 dicks and 1 pussy.
DVP.
She
loves it.
I love it. No, hands down, totally enjoy it. We hanged out with their families. We hanged out as friends. It was just like we were family. Minute John says, I'm bi, everyone's like,
not everyone, but enough.
It was enough. It was enough that we said.
Right, but to me, when you say absolute, I think everyone.
Well, of our friends
of
that we
a
play,
group.
of group that we would play with and hang out with. That was just like, whoa.
What was really funny is down in Miami at the time, they were very accepting of it. Now
Right.
it's kind of done a very, no, Miami was still very
No,
accepting of it.
Miami was very
Orlando's gotten
accepting.
accepting of it, but now we went up to Atlanta.
Right.
And Atlanta has a very strong
DL.
African American presence. Sorry, people of color presence. Trying to get the right wording there. And there was a guy we were going to hook up with. He was good. He was very interested in you.
Right.
And we talked about both of us doing you. And we're like, okay. And in a conversation, she's like, well, I'm just mentioning he's bi, but we're respectful. We're not going to do anything. And he's like, yeah, that's a killer. That's a
buzzkill. Yeah.
And kind of like he's like, I respect you for coming out and saying it, but at the same time, if you're going to be in Atlanta, you're going to keep your mouth shut or you're not going to get anything. And I'm like, he's like, I'm not saying it from me, but just from the atmosphere around here. I was like, wow, that's kind of super macho.
That was extremely super macho.
Already had a jealous couple, not again. Sending messages to other couples saying that they were the first. Calling to other couples. Oh. Okay, yes, no drama. You got to read that.
Oh, okay. So we already had a jealous couple, not again, sending messages to other couples saying that they were first, calling to other couples work to say that creating profiles with our photos, not again. Oh my God, I hate that.
Those are called psychos.
Those are, those are, yeah. So, no, but this is like one of like my main rules, like when we started dating, and I've had this rule for God knows how long. I mean, at least 20 years I've had this rule. Like, I don't date newbies, because I figure if you've been together at least 1 year in the lifestyle, you've had enough time to work your kinks and your jealousies and your miscommunications and your drama, at least 1 year. Because then I know that you are at least working to make it work, to be a couple united in this lifestyle. Because how many times when we started doing what you said, oh, let's just go out with newbies.
Now, as much as I said that, yes, in the beginning, I would just, hey, newbies are great. And I understand it's a predicament because you're trying to hook up with couples and learn and stuff. I know we're not downing anyone who's a newbie, by the way. However, we have gone to conferences where we spent 2 or 3 days with people and we're like, yeah, newbies, don't worry about it. They're cool. So it really is getting to know you. And it's a rule, but like many of our rules, they tend to be guidelines.
Right.
So, but you are right. For the most part, we do go ahead and look for people who've been in a lifestyle just a little bit because there's always going to be issues.
Always.
You're like, it's like your first relationship way back when. There's going to be issues. Getting into the lifestyle is going to go ahead and change stuff.
Oh, that is so messed up. So here's that. Male, female, male for 8 years. One night I touched my wife's pussy while he was doing doggy and accidentally touched him, and he pulled out, took a shower and left. After that, he only wanted to see my wife alone. Big no. That it happens. Body parts move. Everything moves. And there's just like, okay, so you touched, no big deal. It's not like you grabbed his dick and started sucking on it or putting it in your ass. I mean, the things,
you need to go ahead and just get over it. Like I said, we went to Trapeze,
right, a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
it was nice. You got on top of me, and your other two, for the moment I'm gonna call them boys.
Right. Boy toys.
Took turns.
Yeah.
Being the second in her.
Yeah.
And we left you a sweaty, giggling mess in the corner by the end of that night.
In a ball, just could not speak.
Yes.
But that was the good part. I could, just like I had fun.
Oh,
but all 4 of us were talking and communicating and, having fun and not being like super, homophobic or whatever.
That is the one thing that threw me about Trapeze, because again, I'm usually I talk to someone first, at least something, or at least it's.
You know what I didn't realize?
It did turn into a club that you just go out and touch, and if they don't shoo you away, it means keep coming. And I haven't seen that a lot. I mean, it was really just people because our assistant. Towards the end of the night, there was a girl basically outside the playroom dancing naked. And she's like, go talk to her. Like, what she said was, go fuck her. I'm like, I talked to them before I fuck her. And she said, just go fuck her. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And next thing I know, 5 minutes later, she's like, did you see the short guy who came in here who wasn't too attractive? Yeah. He walked over and just got in back of her, and the two of them are now fucking. And I'm like, that usually doesn't happen.
Well, at Fort Lauderdale Trapeze, it did. And it was just like, wow.
It was just outside of our norm.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I do want to say is that depending on where you are in the country or out of the country, the culture, the swing culture is very different.
Yes, we've said that several times, even vocabulary wise. So what's soft swap is considered full swap and vice versa. It's just so always clarify vocabulary and terminology. What is it that you're meaning? And please discuss the details as much as possible. But yeah, because we went with the following night, we went with a club owner from the West Coast, and they were just mortified. They were just so mortified on how trapeze was being run. Because that's not
different. It's not how they do it.
Exactly. It's not how they do it. And it's like, it's nothing bad. It's just different. I mean, the only thing I would say is that the trapeze in Atlanta actually had like Lysol sprays all over so you could like disinfect afterwards compared to the Fort Lauderdale. That's the only thing. I'm like, okay. But yeah, we like to take a little bit risk here and there.
Occasionally we do. I mean, when we went out to New Orleans, when we were at Naughty in New Orleans, you had to have a vaccination card, the card to get into the playrooms, which we felt a lot better at.
Yeah, we did. So we're going to take a quick little shout out to our sponsor, Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness.
What a coincidence.
I know. We've been talking about them.
Let's see. We've been doing hormone therapy, me, over 3 years. Yeah, I just hit my 3-year mark.
Yeah, you did.
Last week. And you've been going it's over 2 years now.
2 years now, yeah.
It's made an entire difference in our life. One of the biggest things I will say is when I got on it, I became a lot more active, obviously a lot more sexually active and a lot hornier, able to have better erections, longer erections.
Morning wood every day.
When you took it,
yeah,
I woke up on many occasions with her on top of me, fucking that morning wood. And she says we're married and had a discussion, and it's now she's been granted consensual non-consent. I'm not completely okay with it, but I've said, okay, let's go along with this one. I don't remember actually giving permission, but at this point, obviously you have it.
You signed a paper that says we're married. I have a legal document.
No. Hey, don't go there.
Yes,
don't go there. No, because there's assholes out there. And I had someone say, you see this ring? That's all consent I need. And I'm like, you're an asshole.
Yeah. Well,
okay. We do it plainly. She does have full consent.
Yeah.
But yeah, she will go ahead and just sit on my cock in the morning, and I will wake up inside her. And it is, well, I lead a really great life.
Yes, you do.
Someone said, send me some info.
The Hormones and Wellness.
Yes. Go check that out. I think it's hormonesandwellness.com.
Yeah, hormonesandwellness.com.
Go check that out.
We'll try to see if we can send it. So, yeah, nice profile. Argana. Oh, that's so cool. Snicky's like interacting with others. I love that you guys interact with each other. That's so awesome. It's like a little family. I know we're missing a couple of our other regulars that come and visit.
Well, oh yeah, that's true. We do have some regulars.
Yeah, we do have some regulars that come, and ask us questions and tell us what's going on and what parties.
Well, originally, we had said that we're home and we're no longer going to be traveling. Obviously, we have a few swing clubs and house parties, and there's a dungeon I'm dying to get back to. I think I may go soon. But we need to get back in there. I've been dying for some kink. I'm dying to explore my sub side. I'm definitely looking for an experienced female dom to go ahead, because I've been doming for years and I love it.
Right. But you've only submissed twice.
Yeah, I don't submit a lot. And
the first time it was a voluntold kind of shit. But it was awesome to see.
Yeah, but she's damn cute.
Oh, she is.
So I can't read from this.
I like sawdust.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, we do have more traveling coming up.
Well, I do.
You do.
It's like, well, your trip is still scheduled Pig Week.
Yes, I am going to Pig Week.
Yes,
I don't know if there's any traveling before that. That's still in negotiation. I have not asked permission, so we're not mentioning anyone.
What? Oh.
As far as But you're going on a trip.
Yes, I think I kind of yes. Well, since WhatsApp's down, I can't really confirm it. So that's the shitty part. It's like it's down, so I can't.
But
it's
at least you're presenting at a conference.
I'm presenting at the conference, so I am going traveling the 14th through the 19th in Arizona. So if anyone wants to meet up for drinks, Scottsdale, Arizona. So I'm going there for a podcast conference. So I'm super excited. I'm going to present. I just haven't worked on my presentation. I have it in my head, but I just need to like put it out. So because I'm leaving next week. Next week's my birthday too. And then I'm going to Los Angeles, visit some friends to go to Halloween Horror Nights, Los Angeles, and also what do you call it? Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland. I can't wait. So
Disneyland and Halloween Horror Nights, Los Angeles.
Yes. And they have actually a couple of the similar houses that's over here in Orlando.
They had some good houses. I like the Beetlejuice
they
house.
actually have the Walking Dead in Hollywood.
That's funny.
Yeah, so Orlando didn't get it, and they don't have the Beetlejuice one over there. They have House on Haunting Hill, the same the
Netflix one.
The Netflix one. So I don't know. It's going to be similar. They also have the Texas Chainsaw. Did we do Texas Chainsaw?
Oh yeah, we did.
We did all the houses. I'm like.
That was the Smellorama house. They actually had barbecue smell.
Yeah.
And then you'd walk around, but it was pitch. It was
It was just no. It's just like, but at least they don't have the fairy one. Thank God. I was like, if I was not about to do the fairy one again.
The fairy house was scary.
That was scary as fuck because that was such the Brothers Grimm fairy house. Okay, if anyone has read those stories, the original Brothers Grimm, that was the fairy house. That was I was like, dude, that was accurate. So you never read the accurate what do you call it? Brothers Grimm fairies. Okay, he went silent because now he can't. He's trying to read.
I'm trying to read that one. My eyesight's not the best. They're talking amongst each other.
Yeah, they are. So which is
wonderful.
Good. I like that. I love the interactions with each other because then it just makes it like kind of like our own little swing night, and we talk and get ideas and compare war stories. That's what I like, comparing war stories.
War stories are good, but I want to go ahead and let this is Kinktober.
October. Yeah,
Kinktober.
And my birthday.
I know, and we're doing a lot of kinky shit. We're definitely going to be doing this week fire cupping and rope. Hopefully, someone's going to get suspended.
Yes, I'm hoping.
I really want to get you suspended.
Yeah.
So
was there anything on the private chat? Because I heard stuff.
Nope. That was actually something else coming through.
Okay.
Other people. Okay. Yeah. We'll deal with all that stuff later on.
Can't sleep. Oh, I can't sleep. It's night in 1:45 in the morning in Holland. Wow. Oh, I'm so happy that you're able to join us. That's pretty cool. You know, is the weather really cold out there now? Because I know it's getting cooler here, but at the same time, it's going well.
I think everything has been.
Oh, rain? Well, it's better than snow. I'll give it that.
See, we have rain, but it only lasts about an hour.
Yeah, but then it gets humid, and it's humid again. So, the humidity. Gotta love it. Gotta love Florida. I know the leaves are turning.
We don't know about that.
Yeah, well, no, I saw some leaves on the floor when I was running. It's like it was dead.
Do you know what I've realized?
What?
How long have we had our new car?
A month now. Officially,
it's been 4 weeks, right?
It's been officially 4. Yep.
We haven't christened any of it. Not the front seat, not the back seat, not the trunk. Is it okay? I mean, is it normal? Do you christen your vehicles? Because we do.
We never at the other one. The other one
that was an old one. Now we have a new car. We have a nice new car. It's leather. I can't wait to fuck in it.
Oh my God.
All that means is if I do make a stain, it's okay. It's leather. It'll clean up.
It'll just clean up there. I'll just take it to the car wash to get detailed and get the leather. Oh Lord, kind of deal. But yes. Any other questions you have, SDC? I know he answered one, but
I was gonna say I want to go off on Kinktober.
Okay, go off on
because
Kinktober.
We talked about it early. No, not even the toys. I want to know what other people's favorite kinks are.
Yeah,
because we've been discussing our kinks. I have a lot more kinks than you.
Yes.
My kinks go deep.
Yes, and dark. He's DC dark.
I go DC dark. Yes, I go into medical play. And you're probably saying, what is medical play? We talked about sounding. Mm-hmm. Sounding I've been doing on and off since about 2004.
So 15 plus years.
Yeah. And sounding is basically taking a metal or silicone rod and stimulating the urethra. And now you can actually reach the prostate nearly directly by going deep enough. But that takes a lot of time. But I've done that. I love playing doctor.
Yes.
I've recently gotten into infusion.
Yep.
Infusion is another medical thing that, and I go with saline, not silicone. Don't ever touch silicone. Silicone should not be put in the body.
Or cement.
Oh God, someone did cement.
Someone did cement.
That's nasty.
I know.
Ugh, that's poisonous.
Just.
But if you don't know what it is, just Google it. You'll find some pictures, and they'll probably shock you.
Yes, he gets to baseball size. So working to softball size. His testicles.
Scrotum. Not the testicles, the scrotum. If
okay.
I do, that would be weird. But
it's still weird.
I'm still doing the puppy play.
Yes, puppy play is good.
Puppy play is a lot of fun.
Yes, I am his handler per se.
But there is a what's the word I'm looking for? There is a fetish we're both into.
Which is
fisting.
Fisting, yes.
You love getting fisted, and I don't have small
fisting,
hands.
Yes, yeah, I know.
I got big hands.
He had really big hands. But it's good. But then I really feel bad because the doc did that machine to like shrink and tighten my pussy, and
it was tight.
It's tight.
But that was almost 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. Should I redo it? I don't know. It's like,
well, it depends.
Because I like my fisting.
I don't see a reason to redo it if you don't have any problems down there.
No.
I mean, especially since you're going to do your best to undo what he's doing.
I know. But I enjoy it. You like flirt? What?
It says you like fisting. Wow, that's really
horny. Yeah, I want to see.
Nah.
Unfortunately, not during Date Night with the Lunas on Monday nights because I'm broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube.
It's working, I think it's working.
If it's working, yeah. So as you know, we can't do that.
But we are thinking of
later in the PM.
we are thinking of doing some other stuff that may include that because you actually, I fisted you this morning.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And that was really funny because you started playing coy. You went ahead and put your ass right up against my cock. You put it between your legs.
You want to cuddle. You want to cuddle.
And the moment you cuddled, your ass grabbed my cock. And then I'm like, okay.
Wiggle.
Yeah. And then I'm like, let me get the lube. And you're like, oh, I see you're horny. I'm like, no, I'm not. I wasn't horny. I was cuddling. But I woke up. You put my cock between your legs and started rubbing it. Yes, now I am horny.
Why not? Oh, Snooki 195. I just told you we're broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube, and those bitches are censored.
How about poppers? Oh, is this a poppers question?
Yeah, poppers. A couple invited us to try. It was okay, but the first time it was new. It was the first time when I knew them. I'm getting horny every second more. Sorry, Snooki. I am so sorry that we made you horny during our broadcast. I am sorry. What's poppers?
When you say poppers, are you talking about the little chemicals that you screw the top off and then you inhale? Are those the poppers? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Poppers are extremely popular in the gay community. They are somewhat popular in the straight community, in my experience. It could be different anywhere.
I've never had them. So
you haven't. I have tried it in an environment.
While we were together?
No. At an orgy.
Again,
lots of stuff was going on.
Was that a pig week thing?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's why.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go over this. I don't do them. Poppers are actually, it's a chemical you inhale that reduces the oxygen to the brain and makes you feel lightheaded. Doing it once, twice, even several times in the beginning is not going to do much to you. Again, in my experience, I've done research on them, and apparently it's meant to be a cleaning fluid. That what's in there, and inhaling those fumes is basically you're inhaling fumes from cleaning fluids. And it has like the smell of it is made nicer than cleaning fluids, but it has the same effect. You get lightheaded because there's less oxygen in your brain. Doing them once or twice, or again a couple times, for the most part, that's harmless.
Right.
However, two things. One, in the United States, when they sell them to you, they cannot sell them to you if you're going to be inhaling them. They have to be sold as a cleaning solvent. So that tells you one thing. Second, I follow a doctor who's pretty open-minded about this type of thing. And apparently, in some cases, it's caused vision problems that became permanent. So again, I haven't gone too deep into that study. I heard about all that. I need my vision as much as I can keep it as long as I can.
Yeah, because he's
So
yeah, that's for work.
yeah, and internet you can go ahead and buy them because it's nothing illegal. It's
No.
it's like essentially no, it's closer to whippets.
Whippets. Oh God.
Do you
okay.
remember whippets?
Yes, I remember whippets.
And
Never did them.
well, what are they? You want me to
Um,
explain?
yes, you go explain.
Basically, in a can of whipped cream. The ones you hit, you shake, you turn over. Okay, a whippet. You go ahead and instead of turning the can over, because what it is the chemical in there that you shake it up that causes the pressure, and then it's a spray can, so you like put it on your sundae like this, and it would be whipped cream. If you hold the can right side up, the chemical's now on top because it's lighter than the fluid than the whipped cream. So when you do it, it puts out it, and you can inhale that, and it has the same effect. It makes you lightheaded. I'm not an expert on this in any way. I'm sure someone's going to say, no, I don't know what I'm talking about. Either way, I've heard people say they've been on them for years, and they've done whippets and they've done poppers, and they have no problems with them. What I will say is we're a couple that we enjoy sex without drinking. I mean, a drink's nice, but we don't get drunk for having sex. We don't do any drugs.
Nope.
Other than what we get from our doctors.
Right.
So.
Just prescribed drugs. But another thing, Trimax. You forgot to
Oh,
explain
God.
Trimax.
Trimax.
Yes.
Okay. Well, our assistant's chiming in saying that being a newbie sucks, and we're sorry about that. But I know she's having a shitload more fun than a lot of newbies, so
Right.
being a newbie doesn't suck.
But we've also taken her to good parties, and that's why
That's
she's
true.
she's gone on that.
Okay.
Trimax, 4-hour Woody.
Couple things. Trimax is an injection into the corpus cavernosum of the penis. Yes, the base of the penis. Here's the thing. You're like, holy shit, no, I'm not putting a needle in my penis. Calm down. You actually do it on the top side where there's a lot fewer nerves, and you do it towards the base. It is for me, completely, utterly painless. I use an auto injector. It was originally developed for people who have had prostate cancer and don't have a prostate. They can get an erection from this. However, if you ask your doctor nicely, he might prescribe it for you. Bottles usually around $130 to $150.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with the Trimex and the anti-Trimex. The anti-Trimex is what you need to use if your Woody goes over 4 hours, because then the blood's no longer circulating. And you need to go ahead and undo that hard-on. Otherwise, they need to get that blood out of you with a needle, which is not nice.
Yeah,
it's a 26 gauge needle, which is technically half the size of a human hair.
Mm-hmm.
It is super thin.
Super tiny, really.
The amount they tell you to inject, at least they told me, was 0.1.
Right.
I inject 0.05.
Right.
And I still get a 3-hour hard-on.
Mm-hmm.
Trimex is actually used quite a bit in the porn industry these days.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what your mood is. It doesn't matter. You put that, once you go ahead and take that shot, you have a 3-hour hard-on. So it's 3 hours of filming time. And by the way, with Trimex, I can fuck and orgasm and not stop fucking.
Exactly.
Continual.
Yes. So anytime we go to a house party or a club or sex party, I always make sure it's like, got it? Huh? I'm like this drug pusher.
Yeah, you are. Take it. Like
Take
the
it.
Hulk. Come out, Hulk. Come on.
I want to get fucked.
But it's not just I
want to show off it.
It's not just a sort of hard-on.
No.
The one time I did go ahead and go higher, I did 0.08.
Ooh.
And I had a 3.5 hour hard-on, and I swear to God, I could knock nails through drywall with that shit. It was so hard. I mean, it really was the hardest hard-on I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, so that's why I said 0.05 is fine. It's all.
Yes. Then again, but it's 0.05, and I'm 48. I know in porn, there's some guys in their 20s, and they're taking 0.02, and it's giving them a 3-hour hard-on. Not like they need, a lot of them don't need a whole lot of help, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, so definitely
What else?
talk to your doctors about Trimax there. So they're better than Viagra.
Viagra is good. I am going to warn everyone: Viagra and all the ones have diminishing returns.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean is, I know people who have been on Viagra now for 5 years.
Yeah.
And now they're taking 2 pills, sometimes 3 pills. Now, in the beginning, use as little as you need,
Mm-hmm.
as very little as you need. Don't go ahead and say, hey, one's good, I want to take 2. If you ever have a hard on for more than 4 hours, what happens is think about squeezing your finger. You see how it gets all red? That's because the blood's not coming out. If the blood doesn't come out for 4 hours, the blood dies and has to be removed. Otherwise, it's poison going into your system. And how they remove it is a needle a lot bigger than a 26 gauge.
Mm-hmm.
So
that sucks, but it's dangerous. Yes, it is. It can be, but if you know your precautions and you know how to work it, it's it's like anything.
Yeah.
You gotta like take chances, have fun.
Like, are sports cars dangerous?
Yes. Sports cars are not dangerous. They're sexy.
Yes, I know, baby.
Autobahn. That's on our bucket list. We gotta go on the Autobahn.
So when we get on the Autobahn, are we or are we not having sex? Because I'm thinking if I can go ahead and give it a couple years, rent a self-driving car.
Oh, come on. The Tesla Roadster would be available.
Exactly.
Self-drive,
so then I can do the 180 and you can fuck me at the same time while I'm behind the wheel.
Right. Yep. What is it? When good sex, no problem, big cock, trust me. I love you, Snooki195. You always make me smile right now. It's like with all your comments. But that's actually sport.
We're in the last few minutes.
AM. Yep.
Oh, we do appreciate you, Snooki.
Yes, we do.
But one of the things that we've talked about is guys outside of the lifestyle really don't see other guys naked. Like, you don't go in a
urinal
or in a room and look at another guy's cock. That's like a complete no.
Even in the gay bathrooms, they don't even.
Oh, gay bathrooms are completely different.
Oh,
but
really?
For the most part,
tell me how's it completely
gay
different?
bathrooms, people will be like, hey, that's like shopping.
It's shopping?
Gay things are completely different. Oh, come on. Okay, look, in the United States, there's like 2 places, maybe 3, that are kind of the gay city. And what I mean is, one of them is in Palm Springs in California.
Yep.
It is a huge gay population. And also in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And Fort Lauderdale, Florida has, I know lots of people who retire there.
I thought it was Milton
just
Manors.
For that. Wilton Manors is what it's called.
Okay.
But even the politicians there are very flaming. And I love it. It's a great place. I love going there. But wow, when they party, those people know how to party.
Oh, gay guys always know how to party. It's like, surprisingly, I haven't found too many lesbians who party as hard as the gay guys. Like the gay guys, oh my God, those are always like the best parties to go. Europe's a little different. I've gone to saunas. They're naked before, but they have not been gay saunas. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
In the United States, we have gay bathhouses.
Gay bathhouses.
I have never seen a straight bathhouse.
No, but in
Europe,
there is.
No, supposedly in Tampa.
In Tampa?
Do you remember the Korean gay one? The Korean day spa.
Oh, the Korean day spa.
We've never actually been there. We've heard about it.
We've heard it. And also in Atlanta. We've heard about it
yes,
in Atlanta.
But we never went.
Yeah, we had time this time in Atlanta, but we didn't.
No,
that's the whole thing.
But usually I know in Atlanta, there's definitely there's something Valentino's. I think that's a bathhouse.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. Oh, craziness. But yes, we'll have to go.
That would be Tokyo Valentino's.
Tokyo Valentino.
So stoked that I know that and you don't.
Well,
I don't go there a whole lot.
That's why.
By the way, that's our station manager tuning in, telling us it's Tokyo Valentino in Atlanta.
Cygnus is nice, but you have gay days there. Okay. There are some naked same-sex bathhouses in Dallas, not sexually related. Okay, cool. So great. Thanks for chiming in and letting us know. We have to do a private talk. We might have to work something out there, Snooki195. We might. So, but that's we're trying to work on our content, our subscription base. So trying to get those fun.
That's all on hold until I get my project up and running.
Yes.
I'm involved in a project now called Athena Stats. And yeah, hopefully that's going to fund the rest of my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're hoping. We're still doing that. So, but we'll still do this because it's fun chatting with everyone. You know.
Well, I was going to just talk a little bit about the project.
Oh, talk about the project.
I thought
it was still under the DL, but okay.
No, it's not. Apparently, it's completely out now.
Okay, it's
because
out!
We've made it into Rolling Stone magazine.
Okay.
I enjoy your talks. Thank you.
Snooki.
We should do the conversation naked. We're on Facebook and YouTube and another radio station, so we can't.
We'll think about it to see where in our crazy hectic schedule if we could do like an SDC.
We would like to do an SDC exclusive.
Only
naked.
Exclusive naked.
We should do a tantra session.
Yeah.
Oh, would you guys like to see me fire cup her?
Yeah, I think they.
I set her on fire. No, literally.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we could do that
in a loving way.
Yeah, but we could probably do that for another date night with the Lunas.
Oh. I would like that.
Yeah, I think we should do that. What do you think, station manager? Live fire cupping?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Explain what fire cupping is again.
Oh, she'd have to be naked.
Yeah.
Or mostly naked.
No.
Well, no, mostly, but the lights are dim because we use
we
cups and we put fire inside the cups.
We can't
and then
do
put
it.
I
on
know
the
something
fire.
we could do. Would you guys do a live show with a rope play?
With the rope play,
you could do some
String her
roping.
up. You guys, she could talk while you're roping her, couldn't she?
Yeah, totally.
And you don't have to be naked, right?
No, I could always really.
That would be hot.
Okay, so I got to repeat over here for our SDC listeners. Would you like us to do the next show or maybe an upcoming show with me suspending her? We have a mount point in our house.
I mean,
we're going to go ahead and hang her from the ceiling, not by the neck.
No.
I do go ahead and there's no choking involved, but by the end of it, I will have her fully suspended up in the air.
Yeah. I think
because we can go ahead and do that
in an hour. Yeah.
Oh. We get such delayed responses.
I know. It's like it's so delayed here. But okay, we have less than 4 minutes left on the clock. Anything else, you guys? So submit your questions on SDC and we'll answer them next week. Next Monday, I'm still in town, and it's the so I'll be here.
And then the following Monday, I'm solo.
Yeah, the following Monday he'll be solo because I'll be in Disneyland. And you can send money to my Cash App or Venmo to send me birthday presents so I can spend it at Disneyland. I'm going to hit everyone up. It's like, send Disneyland spending money. Yeah, I will. In exchange for, I don't know, whatever. It's like.
I still think you should have a OnlyFans account, just not OnlyFans.
Not OnlyFans there. I have to, yes. Would anyone be interested in something like that, SDC? So kind of like an OnlyFans, but I can't remember.
I still think I need to flog you and record it and put it out there. I could flog her. I could fire cup her, fist her. Oh, by the way, we also do pumping.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you're pumping.
That does fall under medical play, doesn't it?
Yes, I think it does, but we definitely need to pump.
Yeah, we have to pump. Yes, we haven't pumped in a while. Well,
yes,
I haven't.
You have it. I do all the time.
You do all the time, and I like
pumping's
that.
a thing.
Yeah. So that's it. So kind of deal. I think
we're pretty much done.
We're done, kind of deal, because it was such a nice quiet day because social media was down.
It also took away all of our research tools.
I know.
So much of our stuff we find is from you.
From Instagram. Yeah, because someone posted some great stuff for Kinktober. Because they actually explain the difference between a kink and a fetish, what it is, and why. I got to remember who started Kinktober. I mean, I can understand why Kinktober is in October, because everyone could get kinky, dress sexy nurse, sexy doctor, whatever, and it's acceptable because it's Halloween and you're playing dress up. But I think it should be all year round. But I'm Halloween all year round anyways.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so that's a fun part. I love that part about me. So.
All right. I think we should call it a night.
We're going to call it a night, guys. Thanks.
Thank you very much. We'll see you. By the way, we'll see you next Monday at 7 o'clock.
It's Monday the 11th, 7 o'clock. I'll post a reminder for you, everybody.
See you later.
Bye. Thanks for coming.